Amazing landscapes of Dinaric Alps, vast open spaces, meadows full of crocuses, crystal clear streams, lakes covered with ice, original mountain hats, national roads in shocking condition, with no bridges. Welcome to Extremely Locust Travels, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Part 2. During this expedition we drove a distance of about 2,500 kilometers in 1 week. In this episode we will see the landscapes of Treskavica mountain range, beautiful Veliko Jezero and other lakes, the best free mountain head in Bosnia, beautiful waterfalls, and 3 hot mineral springs. We began our journey in Kraków, Poland. And our goal was to get to Vysočica mountain range in the Dinaric Alps south of Sarajevo. A fantastic scenic route leads through these mountains. The views are amazing. And in the spring, these areas are devoid of crowds. An interesting free mountain head is located in this area, and it's a great starting point for hiking in the mountains. The surrounding sceneries are dominated by beautiful open spaces and wild natural gardens. After 2 days, we decided to visit nearby Bielašnica mountain range and Lukomir village, but early spring conditions made it impossible to reach the goal, so our backup plan was to visit Treskavica mountain range. On the way we came across a lovely small canyon shaped by a mountain stream. The place is located near Turovi village. Now it's time to go further to find a way to an extraordinary free mountain head. The goal for today is to get to a small cottage in Treskavica mountain range. We left our car at the edge of Turovi village, and now we hurry to reach the cottage before the dark. Despite the bad weather, the views are nice. At the beginning, the trail is in very good condition. It is not recommended to stray from the main path, because local forests may be contaminated with mines, which were left here after Bosnian War, which took place in 1990s. The weather is getting worse, and we still have a long distance to go. I don't think the weather will change for the better. It's slowly getting dark, but we're still far away from our accommodation. It's going to be hard to see the path in these conditions. Now the path is covered with snow. I really hope we won't get lost. Of course, we did get lost for a while, but thanks to GPS navigation, we were finally able to find our head. Thankfully, it's open. And there is electricity. The cottage is very well equipped given its isolated location. But now it's time to rest. I'm really tired. Good night. The morning welcomed us with a rather bad weather. Time to visit the bathroom. Fortunately, we have running water at our disposal, and of course, every bathroom should have a mirror. Now we can look around the cottage where we spent the night. We are really surprised with solar panels and 12-volt electrical installation inside the cottage. You can easily charge your electronic devices. For a free mountain cottage, it is exceptionally well equipped and kept in perfect condition. First room is a dining room. Second one is a bedroom for about 10 people. Upstairs there are mattresses for a few more people. A fully equipped kitchen is available here. There is also a lot of stuff left here by previous visitors. In my opinion, this hut is the best mountain hut we have ever visited. Its location in an amazing place near the beautiful mountain Truskavica and the Great Lake provides stunning scenery. It's time to look around this area, hoping that the weather will improve. Truskavica mountain range offers unique opportunities for hiking, mountain biking, and alpinism. With the height of 2088 meters above sea level, Truskavica is the tallest of all mountains circling Sarajevo. In this area you can find several lakes. 5 of them are located at an altitude of more than 1500 meters above sea level. The largest and the most beautiful is the Great Lake, Veliko Jezero. This pearl of nature is located at an altitude of 1548 meters. It is 220 meters long, 185 meters wide, and 6 meters deep. In spring, it may become larger due to melting snow. Many streams flow into the lake, but no stream flows out of it. The stream waters are very cold and crystal clear. The views around the Great Lake are very beautiful, and this area is rarely visited by tourists, especially in the seasons other than summer. The crystal clear lake water and pristine surroundings offer unforgettable moments. The areas near Truskavica mountain offer amazing views of the surrounding mountains. Time to visit other areas nearby. The goal for now is the Black Lake, Strno Jezero. And here it is, the Black Lake. It's located 700 meters away from the Great Lake, at an altitude of 1675 meters. The lake is surrounded by steep mountain slopes and it's often shaded. This is why the waters of the lake often appear dark. But if you're brave enough to dive into these waters, you'll find out that the water is clear and transparent. The lake is quite small, about 150 meters long and 80 meters wide, with depth of about 3 meters. But in the time of meltdown, it may become bigger. This time of year, most of the animals are hidden in safe places, but frogs start mating season. In the beginning of May, the lake surface is still covered with ice. But even in such weather conditions, the place is worth visiting. This place offers fantastic views of the surrounding mountains and over the Great Lake. Time to go back to the hat. We need to cook a dinner, but preparing wood for fire is hard work. Maybe it would be easier with an axe. Finally, we have a fire. Because we found flour and apples in the hat, we'll make something out of it. It's really delicious. There's still much time until evening. Let's have a walk around the Great Lake. In the spring, when the snow melts, the lake is much larger than usual. Lots of frogs can be found in this lake at this time. It's mating season for frogs. Several weeks from now, the lake will be full of tadpoles. The eastern part of the lake valley is now flooded by melting snow. In southern part, you can find lots of crocuses and other flowers. The scenery of this area is very picturesque. The day is coming to an end. It's time for supper. In today's menu, there are grilled sausages. It's time to go to sleep. But since we have electricity, I'll stay awake a little bit longer. Good morning. We have a clear blue sky. It's going to be a perfect weather today. We are really delighted with this cottage by the lake. For the first time among many expeditions, we spent 2 nights in a row in the same place. But this hat is worth it. The time is running quickly, and today we'll have to say goodbye to this place. Let's make an entry in the guest book. Then it's time to use the bathroom. before leaving, we'll clean the floor. And let's go back to our car. In sunny conditions, there is an opportunity to observe the underwater world of the lake. The water is very clear for a lake, but not comparable with stream waters. Around the lake you can find piles of frogs competing for mates. Time to go! In spring the path leading back to Turowie village may be partly flooded. The last look at the Great Lake and let's go! Fortunately, the path is well visible. Streams spread wide due to snowmelt. On the way we have found lots of young bear leek. It's eatable and very tasty, like mild garlic. On the way from the Great Lake to the village, you can turn off the main path to get to a quite impressive Skok waterfall. To reach it, you have to cross Krasniqi Potok stream. The force of falling water is quite strong. Time to go to the village. In the areas closer to the village, spring has come earlier. Finally, we have reached the car. So let's hit the road. Today we have a really ambitious plan to get to Jugovo Lake. The lake is located in Zerangora mountain range, west of Sutjeska National Park. In Google Maps, the road leading there is marked as a first category national road, R434, so we don't expect any problems. On the way we can enjoy picturesque Bosnian landscapes. But the quality of the road is slowly starting to decrease. Time to say goodbye to asphalt surface. This national road becomes more and more demanding with each kilometer. I hope we won't get stuck. I wonder if the worst part is behind us. I guess it isn't. But at least we made it to a nice viewpoint on the Zerangora mountain range. Now the road is getting really interesting. I would call it the best national road I've ever seen. These almost vertical slopes are fantastic. Scary and beautiful at the same time. In addition, there are no bridges while driving this road. Unfortunately, this is as far as we can go. The road further isn't passable for a city car. We have to turn back. We didn't make it to our destination, but the road itself made a great impression on us. So unusual and dangerous. We have to go all the way back to find some place for the night. I fell asleep before we got to tonight's target. In the morning, we woke up in a place we visited 3 days ago. A waterfall and a beautiful canyon near Turovi village. The last time we were here, the weather was grey and rainy. Now we can enjoy this beautiful work of nature in full sun. Above the canyon, there's a nice wooden bridge. The bridge offers an amazing view of the rushing stream flowing below. Okay, we need to head back towards Poland. On the way, we'll have to visit the most important, at least for me, place in Sarajevo. I deserve fast food after a week in a while. Time to hit the road and to visit the last place of interest during this journey. 3 hot springs in Banja Luka. This is the place. The hot springs are located on the banks of Vrbas River in the suburbs of Banja Luka, or actually in the nearby Srpske Toplice village. This place is great. There are several pools filled with warm mineral water. The temperature of the water is about 33 degrees centigrade. And this place is not very crowded. These hot springs are not treated as a tourist attraction. The pools are mainly used by local people. There is no commercialism, no tourist infrastructure, just the way we like it. The warm water from the pools finally flows into the main river. There is also a small cave nearby. and inside you can find stone bathtub. But dirt and smell of the cave doesn't encourage to take a bath. Around you can also find some natural pools with warm mineral water, where you can find slimy algae growing on the rock surface. The water from these pools flows directly to Urbas River. The transparent mineral water mixes with more turbid waters of the river. But there is plenty of fish in the river. Okay, let's have a little bit more fun before we head back home. Our trip is coming to an end. Time to go home. My dad took the toll road by mistake. To this day, he can't forgive himself for that. Croatian border, still with no Schengen zone. And a lunch break in the peculiar conditions of nature. And now there is a long way home ahead. We drove all night and finally in the morning we have reached Polish border.